Hi everyone, Andi here. I'm a vintage home decor reseller, and today I'm coming at you with a reselling vlog. In case you're new here, I am a part-time vintage seller and I sell primarily through Etsy and direct on Instagram. So typically I'm coming at you with a haul video, but because I've been sick, I haven't gotten out shopping as much as I could have, and so I didn't have enough to basically put together a haul video. I only got 3 things this week. So I figured you deserved more from a video than just 3 items that I got out thrifting. And so I'm gonna show you some of the stuff that sold this week. I'm gonna show you this very cool new tool that I just bought myself for my business. And then I have some other announcements to share. So anyways, it's gonna be a good video. I think you're gonna like it. Okay, so let's kick things off and go to the thrift stores. This cute lidded box was the first thing that caught my eye at the thrift store. I also thought this myrtle wood vase was pretty, but I ultimately left it behind. There were 2 of these, but I ultimately didn't like the orange finish. I thought this red vase was beautiful, especially the sweet little handles. This caught my eye because I liked the scalloped glazing at the bottom, but I didn't really like the grapes. This chair I was very tempted by. It was super cheap, but the finish was really worn. I was so excited to find that big Native American pot. Next, I went to Goodwill. First thing I spotted in Goodwill was this adorable mushroom art. I picked it up for my husband. It's so sweet. I also was kind of tempted by this vase because I really liked the blue, but ultimately left it behind. Okay, so we're back in my studio in my typical haul chair, and I'm gonna show you some of the pieces that I got at the thrift store. Remember, I only got 3 things, so don't get too excited, but the 3 things I picked up I do really like. So the first thing I grabbed from Value Village was this very cute wood-turned lidded pot. I mean, I am a sucker for stuff like this, and it's in such good shape. I mean, that little like pokey thing there is not broken, which is a miracle, and I really like the detailing around the edges here, like this burnt detailing. I think it just adds another like little bit of wow factor. So I'm gonna probably put this in like a grab bag. I'm doing an in-person market in April, and these are the types of things I usually put in like a grab bag. Or I may actually just sell at the market, but it was only $1.99. Then I of course had a coupon. The funny thing is it had the original coupon. So the person who bought this bought it at Value Village years ago, and this is like the old tag for $2.99, and then it was redonated, and then they put the new tag on it. I think it's always really funny when you see like the history of the tags on the piece. And the other thing that's kind of weird about this piece is that it has a hospital bracelet in it for Penny, who is 63 years old. So bless her, I hope whatever she like was admitted for, she's like alive and doing well, because obviously it was significant enough to maybe like keep the bracelet. At first I was like, oh, someone had a baby and they're gonna be really sad. And they're like, oh no, that's Penny. She probably at 53 didn't have or 63 didn't have a baby. So anyways, it's kind of weird the stuff that you end up finding in this. I had a friend, a reseller friend, who actually found the remains of a pet in like a really pretty decorative vase, which ended up being an urn. So those are kind of the weird things you can find. So anyways, sorry, that got on like a random tangent, but this will be for sale, probably not on Etsy because the margins just aren't there because it's just a small piece. But if you're coming to the market to say hi to me in April, this will be there. Next piece I got at Value Village, I was so excited about. And now I first thought I had totally like hit the jackpot because I never find them this big. I mean, I do on occasion, but it's very rare. And this is absolutely stunning, this Native American piece of pottery. It even came with the original pamphlet inside, so it is Sioux pottery. And I thought like, oh my God, $3.50. They lost their minds when they priced it and they didn't know what they had. But then I saw that there was a massive crack and chip. Now, on the outside, you can't even see like the crack at all. The chip is a little bit more noticeable on the top, but the integrity of the piece is still largely intact. This is for me, so I'm not gonna sell this. This is for me because I love native pottery, and sometimes like the bigger pieces I'll keep for myself because they're just so good. And this one I love because it has like these burnt orange and brown tones, which I know you guys are probably like, Andi, you don't like brown. But I have a very brown house with all the wood paneling, and sometimes I like to bring like those tones down onto like surfaces, and so I plan to decorate with this one. So that's why I didn't mind picking it up even though I had the crack, because you know I'm gonna use it for myself and for $3.50. I mean, that's crazy. It does have a little bit of I don't know if you guys can see that, scuffing and dark marks at the top. Oh, there we go. And usually you can get those off with a magic eraser, which is what's so great. And it doesn't take the finish off. So if you ever find native pottery like this and you like it, but it has like the scuff marks, because they usually do, especially once they get donated, they get kind of dirty. Just know you can use a magic eraser, and that is not too abrasive to kind of take the black marks off and keep it, you know, pretty and new looking. So yeah, really excited about this piece. So last thing I picked up on that one day I did thrifting this week was this very cute mushroom art, and it's like on this piece of wood with the live edges, and look at that little snail. I just thought it was so, so sweet. Now my husband actually grows edible mushrooms, and so I bought it kind of for him, but this is not really his vibe, but I just offer up anything mushroom to him first, because that's like one of his hobbies. And so, but if he doesn't want it, then I will list it for sale, because I know someone will want it because mushrooms are so in, and this is just like the sweetest little piece. Okay, so before we get into the what sold portion of the video, I wanted to share the very cool thing I bought for my business this week. So if you guys watched my shipping tutorial, I mentioned how I was going to be getting a thermal like label printer, and I finally pulled the trigger on it. I'm so very excited. I'm so very excited. So I haven't even like opened it. I'm actually getting a new laptop tomorrow, people. It is like a tech upgrade month for me. I'm so excited. And so I probably won't like show you how this works because I won't have it set up by then, but I will take it out of the package so you can at least see. But it's very compact and cute, and it supposedly works really good, and it integrates with like Etsy and a lot of like the major selling platforms. So I'm just really, really excited. Here it is. And then, oh good, it came with labels, because I was wondering if I had to buy labels too. But anyways, I love this because I have a really big clunky printer that I've been using to print my labels off, and I am so over that gray ugly beast in my office. I'm trying to like make the entire like studio office pretty, and so that's why I'm really excited to have this cute little petite white printer now, and it's just gonna make, you know, obviously shipping so much easier. So very excited to set this up. So yeah, tomorrow when I get my new computer, I'm gonna get this going, and I'll have to give you a review after that. Okay, so we're gonna talk about some of the stuff that sold this week. So this beautiful original painting sold this morning, so I was really excited about that. These candlesticks sold this morning, so I woke up to the sale. I love waking up to sales. I just love this set. I love how it has the brass detailing here, and it's like that graduated step down, so, and you can style it a few different ways. So I will be sad to see these go because they're just so cute, but I'm excited that they're going to go to a new home. And another thing that sold for me is this beautiful brass tray. I sell these trays all day long. They're very popular with the cutouts and the beautiful like details on the handles. This sold for $58. Oh yeah, and I forgot to tell you how much these sold for. So these sold for $38. And this sold for $48. So $48, $38, $58. Now, free shipping is baked into that cost. This is going to Washington, so it won't be very expensive to ship. I can't remember where these are going to, but like types of this stuff like this, like these are going to be able to pack really closely together, and these are going to be, this is like a flat packing thing because, you know, it's only going to be so high. You know, those should be like $10 and under to ship, so to give you an idea. And then I got them all for really, really cheap. So yeah, so excited to have these sales within the last 24 hours. And one thing that may have, oh, there's me. Hello. One thing that may have sold is this mirror. I actually had a few people reach out interested in this mirror because I featured it in my trends video. If you haven't watched that, that was the video before this one. And I did not put it on Etsy because I wasn't sure if I wanted to ship it or not, but people are interested in it, so I got to get it listed. But I hadn't disclosed, like, I don't know if people could tell, like, on that video that there's a crack here. And then there is like this part missing there. I don't think it's a big deal because you could kind of tell it has a lot of wear and patina, which kind of adds to the charm of it. But I need to like disclose that to people because I don't think people may have realized that. So anyways, this is another thing that a lot of people are interested in that I got to get listed. And I know as soon as I do, it probably will sell. So those were the things that sold in the last 24 hours. I had a few more sales this week, so I'll pop those on the screen too. So it's been really, really busy. And I am very grateful to have an extremely busy start to the year from a reselling perspective. Like I have sold twice as much this year as I did this time last year, which is crazy. I mean, the reason being I have been promoting my shop like a mad woman. And you guys probably know this because I went from like 1 to 2 videos a month here on YouTube to 2 videos a week. So all those eyeballs have definitely like increased my sales. I'm very active on Instagram. So all those like things that I'm doing to promote my shop, because I actually drive 50% of my shop traffic. Like when you look at my analytics, I actually bring like half of the traffic to my shop is stuff that I'm bringing, which is pretty staggering. And that's why I'm selling so much, especially for someone who has like a small inventory and is very part-time. I'm definitely promoting it on more of like a full-time basis. So another reason my sales have been really good is because I have been listing very consistently. Like I'm listing new stuff like throughout the week. And that really drives sales. And it's not just sales of like the new stuff. Obviously you can't sell something if it's not listed, but it's also driving sales of some really old stuff. And one of the first things that I showed in one of my earliest haul videos, it might even been the first video. If you ever want to chuckle, go back to the first video. I watched it not that long ago. I was like, oh, this is so painful. I was like so rigid and the quality was awful. But anyways, something I showcased in one of my earlier videos finally sold. It's been like a couple years. So I can't believe that it took it that long. I probably said in the video like, oh, I can't wait. This is gonna sell for sure because it's so hot. And, you know, then 2 years later, it took that long, you know, basically to sell. But very excited to see that go. So anyways, back to what I was mentioning, which is when you're listing stuff, it not only sells new stuff, but also like gives activity and excitement in your shop, and then it will sell old stuff too. So it's kind of weird how that goes, that even though you're not promoting an old item, because you have all this new activity in your shop, old items somehow end up at the top of the search results. So something kind of fun I wanted to share recently is I've actually been quoted in a few articles like on apartment therapy and Martha Stewart's website. So a journalist has been reaching out to me as kind of like the thrifting, vintage, reselling expert and asking for quotes on certain topics. And I'll pop like the headlines on the screen and then I'll make sure and link down below in case you want to read them. So the last thing on today's agenda is actually creating an Instagram reel. I'm planning a whole social media strategy session for resellers, so keep an eye out for that. It's very overwhelming, and that's why I'm not just gonna do like a YouTube video about it like I've been doing on some of the other how-tos. This is like a beast. And it's also what I do professionally. I'm a marketing consultant. That is my full-time job. And so I can't just like put those into little like videos. I feel like I'm gonna have to like create like a master course on this. Okay, so anyways, back to creating the reel. I wish I could tell you I'm a person who plans out my content well in advance. And I do that for clients, but for myself and my daily, it is just too hard. And I kind of fly by the seat of my pants. But because I am in this mindset all the time professionally, I can look at anything and be like, oh my God, I gotta create a reel on that. I gotta create content on that. It's kind of annoying too, because everything is content when you get to that point in your life. But I was out shopping at the grocery store and found the perfect subject for my next reel. So if you guys watched my recent packing and shipping tutorial video, you know that I get most of my boxes like secondhand. Like I'm constantly out finding boxes. I never want to pay for boxes. This way that I keep like my costs down in my business. And so anytime I see a stack of boxes, I am like grabbing those. So anytime I go to the grocery store and they're restocking, like I did this week, I always grab the boxes out of their big like recycling pile. So as I was like going through that, trying to find the best box to bring home, I realized, oh my gosh, this is content right here, because I make a lot of content that's like geared towards resellers, and every reseller can relate to seeing some good quality boxes and feeling the desire to bring them home. So that is the subject matter of today's reel. So after I went through the boxes and put them in my cart, I then got my camera out and I filmed me going through the boxes. Now, I know people were watching me and they were like, what is she doing? Why is she filming the recycling container at the grocery store? But like I said, everything is content and I am not embarrassed to grab the best content. So I grabbed that footage. I'm gonna just slap a few words on top that pertain to like every reseller can't pass up boxes or something to that effect. Pop some trending music on it, and then I have a reel. So that's all I have to share with you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry I did not come at you with a big haul video like I usually do. But like I said, I did not do really any thrifting this week, and 3 items does not make a haul video in and of itself. So hopefully you thought it was interesting to kind of see some of the stuff that I get up to during the week for my reselling business, the ways I'm promoting my reselling business. And if those are the types of things, like if you want to know more about social media strategy, or if you want more of these videos where I'm kind of talking you through what I'm doing to grow my business, support my business, and just the kind of the things that I get up to as a marketing consultant, definitely let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next thrifting and decorating video. Take care.